JBNN to keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Hi guys. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. Operations carried out in Tivoli Gardens after men fire at police. Several operations were carried out in Tivoli Gardens in the Kingston Western Police Division in search of men who were fired on a police team on Thursday morning. One of the operations resulted in the seizure of a gun. Senior Superintendent Michael Phipps, head of the police division, says about 3:30 p.m. the police responded to reports of explosions in Denham Town. The body of a man, identified as Rondell Keith Douglas of a Tivoli Gardens address, was found on Albert Street in the vicinity of the Denham Town police station. SSP Phipps says officers were processing the scene when they came under attack.
The information we have gathered so far is suggesting that he was actually in the area and a call was made to persons and he was actually set upon, shot and killed. There was some information which was spreading within the Tivoli Gardens area that he was killed by the police, and we are theorizing that as a result of that misinformation, the guys came and they fired shots towards the police station, damaging 2 service vehicles. The security forces are within the Tivoli Gardens area, trying our best to at least locate the men who fired at us, and the security presence is heightened in and around the general Denham Town and the Tivoli Gardens area. We are advising that persons can traverse the area freely, but they should at some time be prepared for some delays due to the operation that is ongoing. But we are trying to make the area as safe as possible for them to traverse. This particular matter seems to have emanated from a situation where some call was made from our lockups, our police lockup, that persons were to come and try to insert contraband inside our lockup. Persons who were on the inside of the lockup may have sent message to rival gang members that these persons were expected to be coming in the area. And as a result of that, we are theorizing that they were set upon and this person shot and killed.
Police seeking man after seizure of guns and ammunition in Clarendon. The Clarendon police are now on the hunt for a man who allegedly ditched a bag with 2 guns and ammunition and escaped police capturing 4 parts in the parish on Wednesday. It's reported that about 1:30 p.m., a police team was conducting surveillance exercise when they became suspicious of a man who was walking along Duke Street. The man reportedly dropped a bag which was in his possession and fled the scene. The police retrieved the bag and reportedly discovered that it contained 2 9mm pistols, one of which was affixed with a magazine with 14 rounds, while the other had a magazine loaded with 10 cartridges. Matthew Samuda to renounce British citizenship. Minister of the Output portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Matthew Samuda, has disclosed that he is a British citizen, in a statement in which he said he was taking steps to renounce his citizenship of the United Kingdom, UK. I'm advanced in the process of renouncing my British citizenship, which I acquired at birth, the government senator said in the statement released on Thursday afternoon. Samuda said he took the decision to renounce his British citizenship after carefully listening to recent public discourse concerning the issue of dual citizenship. I began the process of renunciation prior to today by completing relevant forms. In response to public inquiries, I wish to make my decision to renounce clear. I would strongly advise the opposition leader to take a similar course of action, he stated. The issue of dual citizenship has been hotly debated since it came to public attention that opposition leader Mark Golding is a citizen of both Jamaica and the UK. Golding has faced calls to renounce his British citizenship as a demonstration of his firm commitment to Jamaica and to avoid any conflict of interest if he were to become Prime Minister. However, he argues that there is no legal basis for him to renounce his status in the United Kingdom at this time, as the Jamaican Constitution allows for citizens of Commonwealth countries to sit in the Parliament. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has stated his opinion that no person who wishes to be the ultimate leader of Jamaica should have citizenship of any other country. Police name wanted men in St. James. The St. James Police have declared their intention to apprehend a number of wanted men for various crimes in the parish. Among the wanted individuals is a man of the police that has been causing problems in the troubled Salt Spring community in the parish. One is Joseph Mackenzie, otherwise called Gio. He is responsible for several murders within the Flanker, Salt Spring, and the Flower Hill communities, Superintendent Aaron Samuels told media personnel on Wednesday. He said that there are 2 other men who are on their radar for various crimes that they're also looking to take into custody in short order. We also want one called Omar Largi, otherwise called Not Nice. He is wanted for murder. And the third person that we're interested in is Liko Maxwell, otherwise called Junior, who is also wanted for murder, he revealed. Further to that, he said that there's a person of interest that they'd really want to have a conversation with. We have one main person of interest that we're seeking right now. His name is Kenil Knight, otherwise called Kush. We believe he can assist us greatly with several murders and shootings that have occurred within the township and the environs of the Montego Bay area. We're asking him to turn himself in, Samuels continued. Samuels is urging the men to turn themselves in. We want those persons to turn themselves in at the nearest possible police station. They can either come in with their attorney or the justice of the peace or any other good citizen who they believe they can trust and bring them in, he advised. We will not relent in our pursuit to capture these wanted persons and also to bring these persons of interest in so that we can have a conversation with them, he added. Education Minister condemns attack on VRTech teacher. Minister of Education Favour Williams has condemned Wednesday's violent attack on a teacher at Vere Technical High School in Clarendon. The incident, which happened on the school compound, involved a teacher and relatives of a student. Williams said, "We're saddened by this incident on school grounds where safety is crucial. For months, we have been implementing initiatives and urging parents, guardians, and community members to help us curb school violence. It is therefore deeply disheartening to see a parent involved in an act of violence," added Williams. She says the meeting has been scheduled with the Ministry of Education and Youth, Vere Technical High School teachers, and the Jamaica Teachers Association. Classes at Vere Tech were suspended on Wednesday after teachers staged a sit-in to protest against the decision of the police to lay charges against a female teacher who was early attacked by relatives of a student. Principal of the school, O'Neill Lewin, said that the teacher was taken into custody and charged after she was injured by the child's mother. Man who assaulted ex-girlfriend who left him for a best friend to no fate June 24. Glenroy Williams, the man who drove his former girlfriend to a secluded location, brandished a knife while threatening her life, and physically assaulted her as a result of her decision to end their relationship in favor of his best friend, is expected to learn his fate on June 24. Williams pleaded guilty to charges of assault occasioning bodily harm and assault at common law, appeared in the St. James Parish Court before presiding Judge Keisha Grant Price on Wednesday. On the previous mentioned date, the complainant expressed a desire to drop the charges. However, Parish Judge Natisha Fairclough Hilton was presiding over the case at the time, was not inclined to grant her request. During the hearing on Wednesday, the court was informed that the defendant is currently being represented by attorney-at-law Jermaine Campbell. Williams was initially scheduled to receive his sentencing on Wednesday, but the matter was postponed until June 24 without an explanation for the postponement. He was remanded in custody until that date. According to court records, about 2:30 p.m. on April 23, the complainant arrived at her mother's home in Fairfield, Irwin in St. James, and noticed Williams approaching the house. In an effort to protect herself, she closed the door, but Williams successfully gained entry to the property by scaling through a bedroom window. He grabbed the complainant by the neck and silenced her by covering her mouth, then brandished a knife and threateningly said, "I'll kill me, I go kill you now." Williams also allegedly threatened to stab the complainant if she tried to escape. It is alleged that Williams then drove her with the complainant in his car, taking her to a lonely area in Rosemount, where he stabbed her in the face. He reportedly then said, "Me I go kill you." Williams reportedly then attempted to drive the woman to Portobello in Montego Bay to pick up their son, but was unexpectedly stopped by a police officer along the way. The complainant then got out of the car and proceeded to file a formal report. When Williams was cautioned, he reportedly said, "Officer, I was just upset. She just moved out of my house a week now and gone live with my best friend." Man claims he had no idea $18.7 million worth of cocaine was in his luggage. 52-year-old Thomas Edwards, in whose luggage $18.7 million worth of cocaine was discovered, says he had no idea the contraband was in his suitcase. He claims the suitcase was purchased by a casual acquaintance after his original one was damaged on his way to Jamaica. Edwards' local address is Hatfield, Manchester, but he lives in the UK. On Wednesday, he pleaded not guilty to possession of, dealing in, attempting to export, and conspiracy to export 8 3/4 pounds of cocaine. It was offered bail in the sum of $1.2 million following a successful application by his attorney Martin Thomas in the St. James Parish Court. During Edwards' bail hearing, Thomas told presiding judge Keisha Grant Price that his client was unaware of the presence of the contraband in his suitcase at the time of his arrest. According to Thomas, his client traveled to Jamaica for a vacation and his suitcase was damaged while in transit. He stated that a family friend assisted him in acquiring a new suitcase and that someone known only as Marcus, who runs errands for them, was asked to purchase a replacement. The court was told that Marcus was not personally known to his client. He is someone he has seen around the house since he has been there, Thomas explained, noting that the drug was discovered when his client arrived at the airport. Thomas further informed the court that they are currently cooperating with the police to assist in a particular aspect of the investigation with the hope of yielding positive results. The attorney also noted that Edwards has no criminal record and that he has been cooperating with the authorities since he was detained on May 22. During the proceedings, it was also noted that several documents are currently outstanding from the prosecution's file, including a forensic certificate, a scene of crime statement along with a CD, and a justice of the peace statement. As part of his $1.2 million bail condition, Grant Price ordered the accused to report to the police 3 times a week and to surrender his travel documents. The case will be mentioned again on June 26. Allegations are that on May 22 at about 5:10 p.m., Edwards was preparing to board a flight to Heathrow, England, at the Sangster International Airport in Montego Bay when a security check of his suitcase revealed a false compartment where 3 packages wrapped in black plastic were found. The packages were examined and found to contain a substance resembling cocaine. Under caution, Edwards reportedly said of the suitcase, "I borrow my bar, one of my drinking friends named Marcus, and Marcus gave me the suitcase." He was subsequently arrested and charged. 2 killed in Westmoreland crash identified. 2 people are dead following a motor vehicle collision along the Lindos Hill Main Road in Westmoreland on Wednesday. They have been identified as 37-year-old Matthew Hutchinson of Rough Lane, Glendavon in St. James, and the 28-year-old Shade Bennett of Watchwell, St. Elizabeth. Reports from the Whitton police indicate that around 11:30 a.m., Hutchinson was driving a Toyota Succeed motor car when he overtook a line of traffic and collided head-on with a Toyota Axio. The collision resulted in an International Pro-Star truck colliding into the rear and left side of the Toyota Succeed. The Toyota Succeed continued in the right lane, which resulted in a third impact with the right front section of another truck before coming to a stop. The police were summoned, and the injured people were taken to hospital, where Hutchinson and Bennett, who was a passenger in the Toyota Axio, were pronounced dead. While bemoaning Wednesday's deadly crash, Vice Chair of the National Road Safety Council, Dr. Lucian Jones, said the country is on track to rival last year's staggering figure of 425 fatalities. As of May 25, the 170 road fatalities now barely trails last year's figure of 174. Dr. Jones said swift action must be taken to quell the carnage on the country's roads.
Unless something dramatic happens, we are heading back to the 425 persons who died last year, which would be an absolute disaster. Cameras are to be introduced to detect speeding and red light infractions, because we do know that we don't have enough police to be stationed all over the island to monitor the speeding which is taking place in so many parts of the country. We need to upgrade the breathalyzer system because the data is coming out which is contrary to what takes place internationally, that we have a very low rate of those who are involved in crashes or traveling on the roads who have been caught driving under the influence of alcohol. The international rate for those who are involved in fatal crashes is about 30%. It's extremely low in Jamaica. And part of the reason is that we have not been able to test dead drivers for alcohol. And that's something that we are working on with the Ministry of Health. If all these measures are put in place, then it would have an impact on driving behavior and consequently an impact on the amount of people who are dying in our country. We cannot continue to lose so many young lives or any life at all in this country. And if these measures are instituted and the promised funding from traffic fines for a serious and high-level public education along with an increased level of enforcement, we will have an impact. To the extent that it is delayed for whatever reason, then we'll continue to have this kind of mayhem and carnage on our road.
JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.